Hey guys, it's Kayleigh. So today I am going to be going through a tutorial on eyebrows. This is all about eyebrows. I've been getting so many questions from you guys how I like to fill them in. So in today's video, I am not only going to be showing you guys how I like to fill them in, but also how to shape them and how to groom them, trim them, tweeze them, razor them, pretty much every single thing you can think of that has to do with your eyebrows. But this is how I personally like to do my eyebrows, and you know, I've been growing them out for years and years and years, and through all the years that I've been doing YouTube, this is the best that I think that they've ever looked. So I'm really excited to show you guys my entire routine and hopefully be able to share with you some helpful tips and tricks that you can use for yourself. I'm gonna try and make this as informative as possible, so this tutorial might end up being a little bit long, but it's just because I don't want to leave anything out and I want to make sure that you guys completely understand and are able to do this yourselves. If you guys haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and let's go ahead and get right into this tutorial. Okay guys, so first thing I like to do, because as you can see my eyebrows are looking a little crazy, is brush them through with a spoolie brush. I like to bring the hairs in the inner corner up and then the hairs in the middle back. So something that I used to do is actually brush my hairs downward and cut them, but when you do that, you're actually making the hairs shorter and you're going to create gaps in your eyebrows, making it even harder to fill it in. So I no longer do that. What I like to do now for trimming is only trim this part here. And another thing that I used to do is actually trim downwards like this. What you want to do is actually trim straight across so that you line the scissors up with the rest of your brow like this, and then you just cut across. That way the tip of the inner corner of your eyebrows goes straight along with the rest of your eyebrow. Just like that. You can use smaller scissors if you like. I just currently don't own any. And you just make a straight line across. And whatever hairs happen to be in the scissors, it'll just trim those right off. If after I filled in my eyebrows, I see any hairs in this middle section here that are like clearly sticking out or poking out, then that's when I'll just like lightly trim that hair. But I won't trim the middle any other time because I don't want to lose, you know, any hair that I have, and that the length of my middle hairs is what makes my eyebrows look so full at the moment, so I don't even touch those. The next step is to tweeze your eyebrows. You can either use a little razor like this, which I got from Tweezerman. It's kind of nice, it has like a little brush on the other end. Or you can use tweezers. These are also from Tweezerman. So next I like to tweeze this very inner part here, just because I know for a fact that I'm not going to be filling that part in. A little bit in this very inner corner. Since I don't like to bring my eyebrows all the way down my nose, I actually like to try and make them go as straight across as possible. So anything that's, you know, under here that doesn't belong, I will tweeze that out as well. I just slowly drag this down. And it's just catching all the little hairs. So I just keep moving this downward. And it's so much easier. This thing has been like a lifesaver for me. I don't do my eyebrows very often, guys. Maybe once a month, honestly. I've been really trying to let them grow. I like to use tweezers for this area, but I actually do not touch it until I've completely filled in my eyebrows. Otherwise, what I end up doing is tweezing too much and then I have nothing to fill in anymore. So I'm just gonna wait till after I'm done to pluck anything that needs to be plucked. The next thing you wanna do is work on figuring out your shape that's gonna work for your face. So I just take a brush, actually we're gonna take one like this, line it up with the very edge of your nose, and then the inner corner of your eye. And that is where your eyebrow should start. So I'm good there. Then you want to line it up with the tip of your nose and the pupil of your eye. And that is where your arch should start. So good there. And then line it up again with the side of your nose, the very end of your eye, and that is where your eyebrow is going to end. Clearly, mine does not end there. It pretty much ends at my arch. So that's what I spend the majority of my time filling in. The products that I use to fill in my eyebrows varies depending on, you know, how I want it to look. I like to do a natural eyebrow look on everyday days, and then, you know, when I'm filming makeup tutorials, I'll make it a little bit more dramatic and darker and really darken and define these outer edges here. So I'm just gonna show you both. So first step, we have this pencil here. It is from Chella. I got this in a BoxyCharm box. It's called Tantalizing Taupe Eyebrow Color. I find that it's really easy to use because it comes to a nice fine point, so, you know, I can get very precise lines with it, but also it is a lighter color than my actual eyebrow is. So let me show you guys what the color looks like on my hand. So you can see it's a lot lighter. My actual eyebrow hairs are pretty much dark brown black. I fill it in with a lighter color first because what that is gonna do is provide like a nice base for your shape. So you can really get that down first. And then you go in with the darker products, either with creams or, you know, a little gel or a powder eyeshadow, something like that, to further fill it in and define. But working with a lighter color first is what's gonna really help you guys to get that shape if you don't have it like me. I always start with the inner corner here, and I'm just gonna make a straight line going across like that. So I'm gonna keep working on this bottom section here, filling that in, making it as straight as possible. So now I'm about halfway done here, okay? And this is where you do not want to stop. You want to keep going. You got to fill in that last part of your eyebrow. So if we take this, you know, line it up, it's supposed to end about like right here. So I'm just gonna make a tiny little mark, and I'm gonna continue my line to that little mark like that. I'm gonna fill this in a little bit thicker, but first I'm gonna start the upper part of my eyebrow line, filling it in a little bit. I'm just trying to keep a straight line going across until we get to that arch area. And I'm just gonna lightly fill this in, make it a little bit thicker and more natural looking. Blend this inner corner area out with a spoolie brush. Blend the product through the brows as best that I can, because I don't like to move on with one eyebrow if they're not completely matching just yet. Because you can do more adjustments when you're using lighter colors. It's just a lot easier that way. So I'm just filling this in as I usually do. I actually don't make any marks like I do on the other one. I just wanted to show you guys that it is a lot easier that way if you are doing this for the first time. I'm just so used to filling my eyebrows in now. I know what I gotta do to blend it out. I'll go in with powders if I want a more natural look. So I'm gonna do the powders and show you guys what I do for that. This is just a eyeshadow palette from e.l.f. It's in Mad for Matte. There's this particular shade in here that I just cannot stop using for my eyebrows. It's this third one down right here. This is from Zoeva. It is the 317 Wing Liner Brush. You wanna use something that's very, very thin and comes to a point, because that honestly is what's gonna help you fill them in without making mistakes. So I start in the very middle of the lower part first, okay? And then I work my way to the end. And then pretty close to the front, but not all the way in. And then I just blend it upwards, kind of like you're making strokes, like hair-like strokes. with whatever is left, this is where I fill in tiny little parts in this inner corner. I just kind of pick random pieces of hair and put extra product on them, going in an upward direction. Again, making sure that it is lining up with the rest of your brow. Okay, so I'm pretty much done with that. From here you can decide, you know, if you want to keep it natural, then just set it with a invisible gel. I really like this one. It's called Ready Set Brow by Benefit. And it looks like this, but I'm gonna continue making it a little darker so I can show you guys what I do for my dramatic look. This time I'm gonna take a smaller angle brush. This is from e.l.f. and a little bit of this ABH Dip Brow Pomade in dark brown. And I just darken this upper part of the brow. And I just really make sure to form this out. And then same with the bottom. And then you fill it in. A little bit of concealer on the back of my hand. Taking this through. And I just kind of use my finger to blend it out. But you don't want to fill it up too much. And really work on this upper part of the eyebrow. The arch, and come all the way down to the very tip. Same thing under here. And then fill it in. Concealer, this is the LA Girl HD Concealer in Natural. Gonna go underneath the brow. This is the Benefit Ready Set Brow. It's an invisible gel. I don't see any hairs out of place, so I'm not gonna bother. That was my full out routine for you guys. Let me know down in the comments though what you like to do. What do you like to do for eyebrows? Do you do similar steps like I do? Do you do things completely different? Let us know, and if you have any, extra advice for any of us, then just let it be known down in the comments. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Leave a like, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.